Hello there people, my name is Amanamaz, and today, well yesterday by the time of recording, I saw the latest James Bond film, No Time to Die. And at nearly 3 hours long, that's plenty of time to die. Before I jump into it, please like and subscribe by the way, I'll appreciate it if you did. What can I say? It's really good. It may not be as good as Skyfall or maybe even Casino Royale, but those set a really high bar. And No Time to Die is a good movie in its own right. Daniel Craig kills it again as Bond. Some people are saying that it's Oscar nomination worthy, and I wouldn't be surprised if he got it. He's the only James Bond that I know. I didn't see any of the Pierce Brosnan or Sean Connery movies, so I was quite attached to this iteration of Bond, and the film played off that emotion perfectly. Like, it was the perfect send-off for Daniel Craig's Bond, and I felt emotional at the ending, especially when I rewatched clips of it on YouTube, and the Hans Zimmer score took it to another level, which is the standard for Hans Zimmer really. The supporting characters throughout the series have been a welcome addition, and they play off Bond really well. Like, it's not a comedy, but the banter between Bond, Q, M, Moneypenny and Felix is really nice and makes it the more light-hearted moments of the film, considering this series is the more grounded and grittier version of James Bond. Like, even the gadgets are more grounded. The most he gets is an EMP watch. Lashana Lynch is a nice addition to the cast. She plays Nomi, the new 007, as Bond is in retirement. The back and forth she has with him was great. When watching it, you can tell it starts off as not hostile, but very professional, especially in this kind of work. Like, stay out of my way as I do this kind of vibe. The jabs that they make towards each other are probably the more charming parts of the film, but as the film progresses, their relationship does feel more relaxed. Though I do feel she was a bit underwritten and more could have been done with her, especially as she comes across as the soldier type who plays by the book, though it is a good contrast to Bond. Ana de Armas was badass too, even though she was in it for like 5 minutes. She was almost that quirky, almost silly type agent. She would joke about being an agent for 3 weeks, but kick everyone's ass. Now let's get to the Bond villain. Rami Malek as Lyutsifer Safin, I can't remember if I pronounced it right, was just okay. Like, the acting was good, but I just found him a bit bland. Nothing really stood out for him apart from his scarred face, but even then, he's not the only villain with a scarred face in this film, as Christoph Waltz as Blofeld returns, and if anything, I'm more intrigued by him. Anyway, back to Lyutsifer. Why is his name a blatant rip on Lucifer? Was it supposed to make him more intimidating? Because that didn't work. His plan 2 also felt like it didn't fit the character, or at least the main second half didn't. Now, I will be going into light spoilers, but his main plan is to release a nanobot virus which can kill anyone which has the programmed gene. Now, to me, that's probably the silliest plan out of all the Craig Bond films. Like, it almost drags it down to a generic spy film. I don't know why, but it almost reminds me of the plot of Hobbs and Shaw. That comparison alone is an insult, and I liked Hobbs and Shaw. Back to Lucifer, or Lyutsifer, or however you pronounce it. It was just a fine Bond villain. Like, he isn't as good as Mads Mikkelsen or Javier Bardem or Christoph Waltz. Hell, I didn't even think he's that much better than Mr. Hinks from Spectre. Overall, I'd say the film was pretty good. It isn't the best Daniel Craig Bond film, but it does have the most satisfying ending out of all of them. It's the most action-packed and light-hearted film out of all of them. Maybe that's because it's the last film of the series and they wanted to go out with a bang. And at 2 hours and 40 minutes, it didn't feel that long either. It went by a lot quicker than I expected. I definitely recommend that you go out and see it, but maybe you have to watch all the previous films to catch yourself up. If I had to give it a rating, it would be a 7.5 out of 10. Maybe an 8 if I watched it along with the other films. I hope you liked my review, by the way. Let me know what you thought. Please like and subscribe, by the way. I'll really appreciate it if you did, and I shall see you next time. Peace.